Hey, what's up? So I just realized today there's another company called Freedom Automation, and they actually do high level as well. I searched as much as I could in December before I unfortunately launched an LLC called Freedom Automate, which doesn't exist in Illinois, but they are in the same market. They'd be a competitor, I suppose. But I just don't want the confusion, the SEO results and problems, and the crossover between Freedom Automation and Freedom Automate. So unfortunately, my website, freedomautomate.com, and this channel that you're watching, I might just go back to, I don't even know at this point, right? Paycheck Pivot is what it was. I'm trying to avoid using my name just because I use that for branding in my cybersecurity career, which is my primary focus. So this is kind of a bummer. The main thing is you don't want to overthink it, right? If you don't have a mistake I've made and many people make is we find ourselves really enjoying building a business, creating logos, websites, colors, business cards, t-shirts, whatever, YouTube channels, I don't know, logos and backgrounds. And it seems fun, right? That's the fun part. And then the part no one likes is the ongoing maintenance of the business, like the day-to-day grind of actually getting business, getting leads, and servicing clients. I'll talk about this green screen in just a second. I know it's there and I know you can see it. So more on that in just a moment. So what am I trying to do with this channel? This channel is really to help other people. It was to help people grow on YouTube. It was to help people learn affiliate marketing and make money online, leveraging your expertise and your experience. I like to use those terms rather than your passion, but it's not that you're not passionate about those things. It's just that it's a more specific term to me. It's a more specific way of framing it by using your experience and leveraging your experience and leveraging your expertise. So with that said, I'll probably leave this channel name for now, but I'll probably name it again. It doesn't even matter. I don't have that many viewers, so I'd rather find a good name that's unique. And I'm a big Aliens movie fan, so I bought a few domain names based on quotes that I don't know if anyone would pick up, but I like short domain names. I don't like long domain names. I don't like long business names. I like things that are catchy and memorable. And sometimes they don't make sense. Sometimes it's a strong imagery, that helps you remember it and stuff like that. So I'm going with, for the business, I kind of said, forget it. And out of sheer frustration and a little bit of comic relief, I bought the domain names Mostly Cyber and Mostly Leads. And my thinking was if I did a cybersecurity business, which is really my expertise, it would be called Mostly Cyber. And the leads automation business to help small businesses get leads or even you online and stuff like that. Even if it's a one-man show, it's you want leads, right? You want clients. So I bought mostlyleads.com as well. And so I'm thinking of starting a business. Maybe I'll rename this channel mostlyleads.com or Mostly Cyber. I have no idea. It doesn't really matter anymore. But it was just out of sheer frustration. So if you're an Aliens fan from the movie, in the second one called Aliens, plural, they have Newt, the little girl in the movie, is talking about the aliens and says they mostly come out at night, mostly. And it's just a memorable quote that's kind of funny how she says it. I also considered Nuke 'em from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. And Game Over Man, and just various quotes, including LV 428 or whatever the planet's called, Xenomorph. A lot of these other ones are either really off the wall references or hard to spell, or they're just too long. And so one of the shortest ones I thought that aren't taken. These are names that aren't taken because they're terrible names. But to me, it's memorable. I don't know if it'll work for anyone else. So I might rename this to Mostly Leads. And if not, my business name will probably change from Freedom Automate to Mostly Leads. I don't know, it makes me laugh, so maybe it'll make other people laugh. But who knows? If you got any other business names, ideas, either for the channel, for this channel, or for a business that would help small businesses, SMBs, do automation and get more leads and grow their business with email automation, CRM, reputation management, Google My Business, all that sort of thing. Give me some ideas. I'd love to hear them. Yes, I did use AI to brainstorm a bunch, and it had good ones. It's just that every single name and domain names is already taken. So, you have to get creative, and just at some point you can do what's called brand marketing. That's like a McDonald's, a Walmart, all these brands. The name of their company really has nothing to do with what they do. But brand marketing is very expensive. For people to know what McDonald's does or Walmart does, it took a lot of time and money. So, I don't have that. Most people, individual or solopreneurs, small entrepreneurs, don't want to spend the money and time on brand marketing. So that's why you name a business something kind of like what you do. It's why you drive down the street and see laundromat or laundry instead of whatever the name of their LLC is. So it's why for my businesses, I'd always have like cybersecurity company would be like Billy Bob Cyber or Billy Bob Security or Billy Bob Cybersecurity. And that way you have a name, but you're combining the second word of like what you do. And even Mostly Leads is kind of like that. You get leads, I guess, I got to laugh because at some point it's ridiculous. Have you ever tried finding a business name? And, honestly, it doesn't matter if you're helping other businesses out there get a result and solve a problem. They're not going to care what your business name is called. You don't want it to be offensive or anything, but it's also hard though, right? Like here's the problem I have is they always say that. And I know I tell people that go sell and make sales first and then worry about all your business branding and website and cards later. But how do you leave a card? How do you give them a website address or an email to show them you're legit? So for me being a tech guy, and it's relatively easy for me to set all that up, it costs a little bit of money, but an LLC in my state's like $150, and business cards you can get for probably $100 or less, get a whole bunch. You could even print them at home. You could print out just flyers at Kinko's or whatever, FedEx, I don't know, in the color laser printers and just hand one pagers out. You could even use smaller papers and or get postcards and leave the postcards with people. And also they double as mailers if you want to mail out to an area. Websites you could spin up pretty quick. I would say just start with one page. You could add to it later, right? So, that's what funnels are good for, or just one page websites. Just get something up so they could see it. Or some businesses don't even have that till later. They just have the Facebook page. So at least set that up. But it is frustrating when you got to change your name. This is one I wouldn't normally have changed it. And I thought I researched, so I was really upset because I saw there was a Freedom Automates plural, and that was they were either completely dead or not a used domain and not a real company. But for some reason, I never saw Freedom Automation until today, and they are another high level type of agency using that software to help businesses and do exactly what I wanted to do with Freedom Automate. So to me, that's just too confusing a consumer, and I'd want to stand out. I wouldn't want to have the same name, and that seems such a common, generic, boring name. I was like fed up and said, you know what? I'm going to go with Mostly Leads. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you think that's funny or just plain stupid, I don't know. Let me know how you think of business names and if you think they matter at all, or if you think they're important. Just comment down below. But just want to throw that out there. And I don't know if you see the channel name change, you'll know why. So see you later. I'll make some more valuable videos soon. I'm just trying to figure out my focus if I want to show you more high level stuff and how to help businesses using that platform, or if I want to make it more generic business advice. So maybe I'll do a little bit of both, and we'll just see which videos do better. So take care. We'll see you soon, I hope.